Hi there, it's me, Expeon. Have you prepared for the upcoming 5-star Ditto raid that is going to go live in a matter of hours? If not, don't worry, I've got you covered. I've prepared 5 counters that you can use, and these 5 counters are, in my opinion, an amazing counter for Ditto. So without further ado, let's check it out. First up, it is going to be Sunkern. Why? Because Sunkern is one of the top Pokemon for having the lowest total stats in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And for this Sunkern, the Terra type should just be default. And then it have to be level 1 to make it very easy, as Ditto will transform into Sunkern. And Ditto will copy all the stats except for HP. So having a level 1 Pokemon that you bring will be very advantageous for you. And for the nature, it's going to be lonely or naughty. Why? Because with this nature, for lonely, you can decrease your own defense and increase your HP, which is not going to be copied by Ditto because Ditto doesn't copy the HP stats. And naughty for decreasing special defense. So you can choose between both of them. And for the ability, just use the default ability of Sunkern, which is Chlorophyll. And for the movesets, it is going to be Growth. Why Growth? Because Growth will raise its own attack and special attack. But because you only have one move in your movesets, and when Ditto transform into Sunkern, Ditto will copy the moveset, so it will only have Growth. And even though it can raise its attack, it has no move to attack. So it's basically the same as having no moves to be used by Ditto. Next up, it's going to be one of the most famous counter for Ditto, which is Magikarp. So, Magikarp will need a default Terra type, and it's going to be at level 1, and it should have the lonely nature. Why lonely? Because Magikarp's defense stats is actually higher than special defense. So, with lonely, it's going to decrease its defense stats, making it equal. For the ability, just bring the default ability, which is Swift Swim. And for the movesets, I bet all of you have known this. It's going to be Splash, the super powerful moves of Magikarp. The Splash move will allow Ditto to, when transformed into Magikarp, will only know Splash, which will do nothing. So essentially, you'll be battling a Ditto who cannot fight back and use any moves. So the third one is going to be a pretty unique one, and it's going to be Sinistea. So as usual, the Sinistea should be at level 1 and having a default Terra type. And for nature, it should be naughty. Why? Because its special defense is actually higher than its defense. And for the ability, it's going to be weak armor. And for the movesets, it's going to be Shell Smash. So Shell Smash will decrease defense and special defense. So when Ditto transforms into Sinistea and uses the Shell Smash, Ditto will debuff its own self. And while it has no other moves to attack, this will make your fight very easy and very fast. And you might be thinking, but Sinistea learns Shell Smash at level 60. How could I have a level 1 Sinistea with the moveset of Shell Smash? So in order to get Sinistea at level 1 with Shell Smash, you need to breed a Sinistea at level 60 or Poltegeist that knows the move Shell Smash. Then when the egg hatches from the breeding, it will have the Sinistea that have the move Shell Smash. So for the fourth one, it's going to be Ditto itself. So as once a famous words once say, your own worst enemy is yourself. And this is proven with this raid. So by using Ditto in this raid, the enemy Ditto or the 5-star Ditto will transform into your own Ditto. As we all know, Ditto stats is pretty low. So this will be advantageous for you. So for the Terra type, just bring any Terra type. It doesn't really matter for this Ditto raid. And it should be at level 1. And the nature should be lonely or naughty, because it has equal defense and special defense stats. So just choose once. And for the ability, the default ability, just bring Limber. And for the movesets, it's going to be Transform. So when the 5-star Ditto transform into your Ditto and copy your movesets, it only knows Transform. So it's only going to spam Transform without anything happening again. So this is basically like the others, where this raid, the enemy Ditto, the 5-star Ditto, will not deal any damage to you. And for the last one, it's going to be Pichu. So Pichu has a pretty low stats too, compared to all other Pokemons in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And for Pichu, the Terra type shouldn't matter. You can just bring any Terra type Pichu, and it should always be at level 1. And for the nature, it should be naughty. Why? Because Pichu's defense is actually already very low. And its special defense is higher, so with the naughty nature, it will also decrease the special defense. And for the ability, just bring the default one, which is going to be static. So for the movesets, you can use Tail Whip. So why Tail Whip? So Tail Whip is a move that will reduce the opponent defense. So when Ditto transform into Pichu, Ditto will also know the move Tail Whip too, which will decrease your team's defense. But because Ditto doesn't have any attacking moves, so it doesn't matter. And this is actually great for you, because when using Pichu, you can use Tail Whip to decrease the defense of Ditto, while the other members of your raid team will deal more and more damage each turn. But watch out for Pichu, because of its static ability. When Ditto transform, it will also copy the ability, so if you use a contact move, then you might get paralyzed. And those are the 5 counters that I think will be an amazing counter for the upcoming 5-star Ditto raid. So, from these 5 counters, which do you think will perform the best one? Tell me in the comments down below. And oh yeah, before wrapping things up, there are 2 important tips that you need to remember for this Ditto raid. Number 1 is don't bring any health item, because there is no need for any health item, because this is going to be a pretty easy raid. And the second one, it's going to be keep your Pokemon at level 1. And for the movesets, just learn one move that I have shown you before. And don't bring any other moves, because Ditto can copy all of your moves in your movesets. And if you like this type of content and you want more content like this, then be sure to Psybeam that subscribe button. And with that, I hope you have good luck and have fun catching all of the Dittos. And with that, thank you for watching and see you when I see you.